Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Patrick and today we're going to look at the Bitcoin pattern. Well, actually a crypto pattern. This is not just Bitcoin. This is a collection of 10 different cryptos that have formed a pattern for the last week. That last time we saw this is 4 years ago, a little bit more than 4 years ago. It is when we had the bottom 4 years ago. So actually a little bit less than 4 years ago. Anyway, I know this looks like Greek for you, but I will soon explain shortly at least what we're looking at here. A reminder, no financial advice in this video, just me sharing my own ideas and opinions, strictly for educational purposes. And I can tell you this, if you work with any type of data or with AI or anything like this, you need to learn about principal component analysis. It's an advanced way to capture patterns in multi-variable data. So to the left side here, you have today. On the right side, you have 2022, when we had the bottom. And the way this works is that it collects every 15th minute the data of around 10 different cryptos. And then it assesses the pattern of those and project that into a two-dimensional plot, and that is what we see here. You can compare this a little bit like if you're out on the water, you can sometimes see on the water how it curls, that it's going to come a wind soon. So even before you feel the wind, you can see on the water how it curls, that soon the wind comes, and then the wind comes. Or you can see if a boat has passed by on the waves on the water. Despite you not seeing the boat or hearing the boat, you see on the wave that a boat passed by here. Those are patterns that our brain are very good at catching up and understand what they means. Now, if we look at a big data matrix with 10,000 of data, our brain is not so good to see those patterns. But this method mathematically transforms big matrices like a big Excel sheet to a picture that capture the pattern in the data. It figures out where the pattern are and just plot them. And I understand, I've done this for 25 years, and if it's the first time here, this looks like nada manada for you. But let me show you some patterns I have shown the recent couple of weeks so you can see the difference, because these patterns, in my opinion, are very similar. This is something I showed a couple of weeks ago, how the market were going from down here, up here, and then over in this direction, or if it was vice versa. But you can see how it moves around, and whenever all dots that are close to each other have very identical pattern, and dots that are far from each other have different pattern. And this is a time, so each dot is a time. So with time they moved around like this a couple of weeks ago. This is another one, maybe a month ago I showed this one, and what we concluded back then I will not repeat now, but you can see how these typically look. And if you've been around this channel, you've seen me show these patterns for 2.5 years. And sometimes we can draw all kind of conclusions from them, where there is insider trading. Whenever a pattern repeats, probably the market will repeat, or whenever a pattern do not repeat, the market will do something new soon. As anything, nothing is 100%, but it is a very good statistical tool. You could say it is like fractals, but it works. A fractal looks at one individual asset, one pattern, taken out of its context. Here you look at 10, or you can look at 100 different at the same time. So therefore you get the context with it. So if that pattern repeat, it has a lot more statistical strength than if we just look at an individual pattern that by chance will often repeat. But the chance that 10, 20 or more assets will repeat the same pattern at the same time by coincidence is much lower. So if you compare this and we go back to, we're watching today compared to 2022 over here, you can see that there are some similar, or at least I claim there is, I'm not sure how easy this is to see if you haven't done it for a long time. I've done some video explaining principal component analysis in details. Now, before we jump all in and buy, well, if you are in my private channel or in the Patreon channel, you know we have already done our buys. But before we jump to two big conclusions, last time we had this type of pattern, and you can see it's like this type of pattern that are the similarities of it, how it moves like this, which is quite different from all the other patterns we looked at here for some years. Last time this happened in 2022, it consisted for 3 weeks, and then we started to change the pattern and climb up, and then the bottom was in. Now we have seen this for 1 week, so I will follow this up and see if it will consist or not. And this is quite consistent with the technical analysis I did a couple of days ago, if you saw that one, where I explained the fundamentals and mindset behind the market when we have the structure of Bitcoin as we have it right now. So this was just a quick video from me today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, all those things, and hope to see you all soon again.